Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kevin.
Hey, and this is your co-host, Brandon.
And we are back with another blazing episode of Sips, Riffs, and Flix. I was going to say arousing, but you never like it when I do that. So
I'm not like blazing.
it's a blazing episode because we were talking about Robert Duvall, and in my mind, he plays in Westerns.
Well, he does play in a lot of Westerns, but you got to remember, he was also the head racer guy, whatever that guy's name is, for Cold Trickle in Days of Thunder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, remember?
Mm-hmm. He is in Western. He's been in everything.
Yeah. 60 laps my way, 60 laps his way. Tires wins the race. Just
He's
so
been in
know.
a lot of stuff, actually. So anyway, we're already bumbling around. We are back, everyone. We have had some interesting conversations with people. I've had people tell me that they missed the show. Mm-hmm. They've asked when we're going to record again. Brandon has ran into people who asked if he had flown in and got his boots waterlogged.
Yes.
And we've had some interesting people give us some ideas and things that they would like to see on the show. Some people want to come on the show. So we're going to make it a point to try to get this thing back up and going again and being consistent. And we're going to have some fun stuff coming up.
And potentially one of the more random situations I was in was very recently at a pool party. Thank you, Sonny Ledford.
Sonny Ledford.
And with several affiliates around town. And someone in the pool looked at me and she looked at me literally. I haven't seen this lady in a while. And you know who you are and I love you, Cindy. And she said, "Hey, Bigfoot is real, and they have seen a female Bigfoot." And I went, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "I listened to your show, and you're a non-believer."
A non-believer.
And while she's telling me this, she is in the pool, perched up in the corner, wearing a Bigfoot hat. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make it up, man. This is a true story. True story.
Good
yes,
times.
you did. And Cindy, you know who you are, and you can please comment.
Good times.
That was
great. A lot of times we do this, we watch it and we laugh, but hearing people talk about it is refreshing and reassuring. So Thank y'all so much for the support, the comments, when you see us talking about it and all the ideas. We do have some fun stuff coming up. So hang in there with us. We'll do our best to keep recording and try to keep these out there more consistent.
Right. And tell your mama, tell your friends, tell everybody.
Yeah. Tell your mama first, then tell your friends, then tell everybody to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on every platform that's out there.
All of them.
There's so many. I don't even know what they are. I don't even know if we're on all of them, but we're on a bunch of them. I don't think we're on Twitch. What's Twitch?
Isn't that a porn site?
I have no idea. I just hear people on TikTok be like, "Go to my Twitch page and check
that
her."
Like a OnlyFans?
I have no clue.
Speaking of, what is OnlyFans?
From my understanding, it's like a YouTube, but it's more pornish, and people pay to request videos or see them. I don't really know.
All right, so in full disclosure,
I know there's a lady across the street that is big on OnlyFans.
So we've heard. But so, like, in full disclosure, I don't know what that means. So I'm asking questions.
I don't know.
And my question is it like softcore or is it like full on?
No idea.
Because I wouldn't think that like Instagram would allow the full blown situations happening.
I don't think it has anything to do with...
A lot of innuendo.
I don't think it has anything to do with Instagram. I think it's its own thing. It's its own platform, its own thing.
So like there's an app called OnlyFans?
I think so.
But
Or a website or something. I don't know.
Because there's a gentleman that I interviewed a while back, and then I saw that he and his wife had an OnlyFans page. But that was through the IG.
Oh, I don't know.
If you know what I mean.
I do.
Not to be confused with OG.
I don't know how that works.
Well, I don't either.
If you know how that works, comment.
Let us know because, we're entrepreneurs. So
let us know. Comment. If you've been on OnlyFans, comment. Let us know how it works. All right, so This is a Sips episode.
Yep.
We have a lot of Sips episodes coming as we've been stocking up and people have given us stuff. So we've got a lot of stuff to test.
Oh.
What?
You said we have a lot of Sips.
Yeah.
And we do. But I just want to say something.
Okay.
Have you watched the Manti Te'o catfish documentary?
I don't
Flix?
even know what you just said. The Manti Te'o catfish.
Do you not?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you not remember Manti Te'o? He was like a linebacker from Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the first like famous catfish person that I even heard of in my life.
So, okay, I do know what you're talking about now, but no, I've not watched it.
It's 2-part episode. Okay, here's what we're going to do.
I'm too busy watching the No Limit documentary right now.
We'll get to that too.
Okay.
But you need to watch it. Everybody needs to watch it, and then we'll chat about it.
Okay.
Because holy schmoolies.
I knew that was coming.
How? Y'all watch it.
I'll watch it.
You guys watch the Manti Te'o catfish episode. I think it's called Untold on Netflix, which is the whole sports part. Yes, bingo. It just came out this week, man.
Okay. That made me think of something else. Yes, I will watch that.
By the way, it's riveting. What does riveting mean, by the way? Do you know?
Like edge of your seat. Like just keeps your attention.
It does. By the way, this didn't rock the sports world. This rocked the world.
So do you know what's coming out on Hulu? It's called Mike. And it's about Mike Tyson.
Okay, yeah. So I've seen the previews for that, and the guy's voice is terrible.
It is.
But I think the Jamie Foxx movie that's coming out later on down the line where he is Mike Tyson is going to blow this thing. It's going to blow it out of the water. There's not even going to be a comparison. If it were up to me. There's nothing. No one can contain me. I'll eat the heart of your children.
That's a pretty good impression.
Well, spur of the moment.
You've been practicing.
Give me a check. Yeah. Guess what?
You've been practicing when you're riding your car.
When I'm in the shower, I'm like this. There's no thing containing me. There's no pressure. This is not what you do to me. It's what I do to you.
I can definitely see you doing that. I can see you doing that.
In the shower by myself?
Yes.
I'm not going to say it didn't happen.
And using, for some reason, my mind using plus. All right.
Fructosious.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Every episode, you just never know where it's going to go. It'll take a turn for the worse.
Goes right in the shitter. But I will say Mike Tyson is still my favorite fighter of all time.
Me too.
Huge hero.
Me too.
I'm still waiting to find the perfect picture of him to put in my man cave. I haven't found it yet. I've searched Etsy from top to bottom.
Etsy. All right, so we are doing a Sips. We did talk a little Flix there. So, yes, watch the documentary that Brandon was talking about. Be on the lookout for the Mike Tyson. Also, I have been watching the documentary on Master P and the whole No Limit movement. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot that goes on that I had forgotten about. So, if you like that whole rap hip-hop world, it's pretty good for that time period. I hated all their music, but it was a big movement for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I hated No Limit.
Oh, No Limit had the tanks, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
and they said, make them say,
oh. Yeah. Nah. It's terrible.
It is. It's awful. I hated all of it. I didn't like Cash Money. I didn't like any of that movement of music. Anyway, all right, so on this episode of Sips, we are going to try a vodka that is from a local guy. Can y'all see that?
You may have heard of him.
So this is Dale Jr.'s vodka. And when we talk about Dale Jr., it makes us think of Dale Sr. Thank y'all for that moment of silence.
That's right.
This is High Rock Vodka. This is from Dale Jr. and his wife. It is distilled at, is it called Sugarlands? Yep. Sugarlands Distilling, which I have been to in Gatlinburg.
Have you really?
I have. They have a tasting room. They do all the like the moonshines. The moonshines. Yeah, so This one, I had a hard time finding it, which is interesting because, I mean, Dale Jr. seriously lives about 25 minutes from us. You would think all the stores around here would have this, but they do not. So I had to go to Charlotte to find this one. I don't know much about it. I just know that it's him and his wife. It's High Rock Vodka. It is 7 times distilled. Sugar maple charcoal filtered. It is 88 proof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not quite mashed taters.
No, not quite mashed taters. It is handcrafted. Brandon, you always like to know that.
Love handcrafted.
It is 7 times distilled. Uses Lincoln County process and triple filtration method.
Can I stop you?
Yeah.
You just said Lincoln. I want to let you know something.
Lincoln Lawyer.
Yes, it is one of the most underrated movies of all time.
It is
Lincoln Lawyer's fan. How did you know what I was going to say?
I just felt it. Felt it in my bones. They use sugar maple charcoal to remove impurities. It is an undeniably smooth premium vodka that's perfect for all life's high rock moments.
By the way, if you like, you can scan this little guy right here because, we've been known to interview the most famous bourbon in the world and not know it.
And had no idea.
But Daddy learned from that lesson.
Yeah.
So they've got this cool little scan code here thing. And what's that called? QRS? TRL. They got this whole...
Yes, TRL, Total Request Live.
They got this Total Request
It's a
Live
QR code.
thing here.
A QR code.
That's what I said. And it's a nice picture of him and his wife.
What's her name?
Mrs. Earnhardt.
Amy Earnhardt.
Also known as Mrs. Earnhardt.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, my wife does follow them on TikTok. She's like, they just seem so normal. The best people, like they're in Mooresville and all that. And I was like,
they're just like us.
Well, that's what I said. I said, well, boo, do we not seem like the most normal people? Have you not seen our kids' kindergarten picture? And then frolicking down East Broad Street,
frolic.
Yeah, is that not us?
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you.
So, I don't know if you remember this. Let's take a sip, and I'm gonna tell a story.
Okay.
Let's take a sip.
You gonna try it?
Let's take a sip.
Are we gonna go over rocks?
Yeah. I got ice in my cup.
All right, I got ice in mine.
And I'm gonna tell you a story that I don't know if you'll remember or not, but it involves us and Dale Jr. and Jason Lippert.
Oh my God! I think I do remember. I think there's sambas involved.
Oh. All right, so we are High Rock Vodka tonight. From our neighbor down the road, Dale Jr.
That's right.
This bottle, I bought it months ago, so I don't really remember, but I swear I think it was only like $20.
Yeah, but by the way, this is found now, just so I can tell you, because I saw it this week at the local ABC store here in Statesville.
Oh, in Statesville, okay.
Yeah, so when you bought this, it was not.
No.
But now you can find it.
Okay, good.
So,
and I do, we can look it up, but I swear I think it was like $20.
You know how you know when you made it? When you made it to Statesville. Salud, Dale.
That's right.
That's right.
Here's to you, DJ.
That's right.
Junior. Woo. Whew. That tastes a little... Let me take another pull of that. It tastes a little bit like...
Hold on a second.
I'll be honest, that one's a little stout for me. It tastes strong. And I didn't expect it because it was in the 80s of a proof, but it's got a strong finish to it.
All right, I'm going to be honest with you. When you check out this TRL Live pamphlet here, it gives you the signature screwdriver and the lemon high, and I know why. Because this is not a sipping vodka.
This is a mix.
This is a mixer. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I'm not hating on it. Okay?
Some are just mixing vodkas.
Some are just mixing vodkas.
This is definitely a mixing vodka.
100%.
But to be fair, there's not a ton of vodkas that I would just drink over ice anyway.
Obviously, you ain't been to AA yet. But have you not watched Leaving Las Vegas? There wasn't a bottle he didn't like. Room temperature, nothing.
There's a couple, like the Holman's Distilling was good.
That one was
on
good.
the rocks. Grey Goose and some of those. But I mean, for me, vodka's just, I like to mix vodka with stuff. But this one does, it is not, it does not stand on its own.
This one is hitting a little different in my palate.
It's getting better as I sip. But like I said, there's not a ton of vodkas that I would just sip on anyway. I like to mix them. This one I would buy. I would keep this as a mixer with, Cherry Coke Zero, my number one go-to.
Right. So I would not sip on this. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shot out from under the toadfish.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that just gives credence to the toadfish suction. Because it just went, listen here.
I about lifted this countertop off.
I know. Well, when you do that thing out there, he ain't got no time for that. But what I will say is this is not a sipping vodka like you want to pour over ice and just sipping on the front porch.
Although I keep sipping it while you talk about it.
I know. Or by the old campfire. But I will say, I think it is a very good mixer for stuff. So, yeah. There is a his and a hers, and I get it.
Yeah.
And this right here. I ain't making that up.
So, there was this place on Lake Norman called Vanny's.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
And Wednesday nights, they had dollar beer night.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody used to go. And we were there one time, me and Brandon.
Yep.
And a guy named Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of other people, but I don't really recall who all else was there.
That's right.
And we were sitting at a picnic table, and then Dale Jr. and his crew was at the table beside us. And Dale Jr. was eating chicken wings, and our buddy Jason decided that he wanted to go talk to him and ask him for an autograph for whatever reason. And he walked over there, and he was like, hey, Junior, I'm Jason, blah, blah. I'm a big fan. I love NASCAR, all this stuff. And he said, if you don't mind, I'd like to get you autograph. And that's how he said it.
Yep.
And Dale Jr. looked down at his chicken wing and looked up at Jason, looked back down. And he said, well, I'm eating right now. And that's all he said. It wasn't like go away. It was just like, I'm eating right now. And Jason said, well, hell with you. Bill Elliott's better anyway. And he walked off.
That is true. That is a true story. And I will say, Dale Jr. said that while wearing the most comfortable Umbros and Sambas I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to tell you what, at that point, Dale Jr. was a third generation, don't give a damn.
He was.
He didn't give a shit.
Nope. Yep.
He'd be there partying, hanging out, drinking, don't give a damn. Hey, good for you. We're just all, hey, you know what? We're all trying to get to that third level generation, don't give a damn.
That's right. So every time I think about Dale Jr., I think about that incident with Jason telling him Bill Elliott was better.
And Junior's not going to remember that. He's like, what are they talking about? Vinny's, This is when you had, not good hair. Shit had kind of gotten astray. Not quite Timberlake-ish.
And no joke, this seriously was probably 20 years ago.
Oh, my God, easily.
At least. Oh, it was probably 25 years ago.
Well, no, because we weren't 21. We were 21. You and I were 21 at the time. So it was definitely 21 years ago.
It was at least 20 years ago.
Yeah.
At least
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. So anyway, that was a fun story.
Well, anyway, by the way, my wife, I'm pretty sure, has spent the night at the old jail house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So she told me.
I've been to, what was his name? He lived on the property, too. I can't think of his name. Who?
Cooter. He fixed the cars.
That's on Andy Griffith.
No.
Oh.
That's Dukes of Hazzard.
It is Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard.
No.
It is Dukes of
It is. No. Who in the hell are you thinking that? Fix the cars on the. That's Shep. No, that's not Shep. Hang on. That's the Stooges.
Gomer.
Pow. Yeah, that's on Andy. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
And now we're to the part of the show where I just laugh for a minute or two.
Honestly, would you ever take your car to be fixed by a guy named Gomer or Shep? What was the other guy's name I said? What was his name? I just said it. Cooter. Would you ever? Listen, you have a car that protects you and your family, man. And you're going to go take it to a guy named Cooter to protect you and your family? Like, imagine if you were selling alarms in a house, and this house was protected by Cooter. Like, no one's going to buy that. Not ever. Not ever. Never. Imagine if you're having heart surgery. Like, shit's about to go down, and it's like, hey, Kevin, my name's Dr. Cooter, and I want to take care of you today. No one's trusting a guy with the name Cooter. So why would they ever? I mean, think about that. Imagine tomorrow you're going to walk in for a meeting with your insurance agent. He goes, hey, man, my name's David Cooter. or Richard Cooter. Dick Cooter. You're never hiring that guy.
You're right.
That's my point. So who in casting was like, I got an idea. Oh, hit that. We're going to call the mechanic who's going to fix old Duke Balls' shit Cooter. No one in the real world is doing that.
I just don't even know how we got here. How did we
imagine
get here?
If your mechanic was called Frank the Fuckstick. You know, you're not going to do that. No one's hiring that guy or that person.
So I just thought about this. We went down this whole long path of this because we were talking about people that lived in Morrisville.
No one should ever be named Cooter. Just for the record, if you love your child, don't name him Cooter. And by the way, if your last name's Cooter, I apologize, but file for a name change.
Whew, man, I ain't laughed that hard since the last episode. Martin Truex Jr. That's whose house I've been to. He lived on the property as well.
What does he have to do with Cooter?
He lived on the property at Dale Jr.
Oh, he was at Dale Jr.'s.
Yeah, he lived on the property as well. And I've been to that house a time or two. My ribs hurt so bad.
But you know what the other term for Cooter is?
I bet you're going to tell us.
I'm not, because we all know it rhymes with ussy.
You can't say that on this show.
Would they ever? Anybody ever? There's people that still use like Cooter's Garage, like as like a funny thing. Like people come in, you can't do that. I mean, you can. You shouldn't. I'm not a marketing genius, but I don't think Cooter's good for anything, like in a professional world.
Oh man!
If you're outside of Priscilla McCall's, you ought not name nothing Cooter. Like, imagine if Dale Jr. named this Cooter Rock. You think people's going to buy it?
I mean, I think there's a market for it.
It's a slim. It's a slim market.
There's a niche.
There's a niche market? Yeah. Well, it's not a Red Bull can, but, you know.
So, High Rock Vodka. Would you walk across the street for it? If your neighbor's name was Cooter.
If my neighbor's name's Cooter, I'm going across the street. Because guess what? We're going to have a hellacious party.
All right. Would you walk across the street for
I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like the people who are hanging out with High Rock Vodka, I'm going to skit to Malou over there and see what the hell's going on. At least for a minute. I'm gonna stick my pinky toe in there and just
check it out.
Little dabble you.
What y'all doing over there? Y'all drinking that High Rock vodka?
Got that High Rock?
Let me come get a nip
what you
of
got
it.
over there? You got Cooter over there?
Let me come get a nip of
Got
it.
some old Cooter Rock?
I would walk across the street for it. I think that I'll probably keep this at my house for the price. It's a good mixer.
Yeah, no, it's a mixer.
It's a solid mixer, so I would recommend this if you like vodka and mixed with whatever you mix it with. I like mine with Cherry Coke Zero or Sprite.
Anything.
It'd be good with all kinds of stuff.
No, this is a good mixer. I would definitely roll.
It's a solid offering from our friend Dale Jr.
That's right. And by the way, drink local.
Yeah. And that was one of the main reasons that, we like to do stuff on the show that's local. So I'm glad we finally got our hands on it, got to taste it. Anything else you want to talk about?
Not unless Daisy's going to be here.
Did you get it all out?
Never. But yeah, no, I did. And by the way, this isn't bad. Thank you guys for doing this and bringing, by the way, more notoriety to Iredell County. And we appreciate you and everything that you guys are doing. So, yeah.
All right. So, as always, we already said it, but we'll say it again. Tell your mama.
Tell your friends.
Tell everybody.
Right.
Like, comment, share. If there's something you want us to taste, something you think we should do, something you think we should talk about, let us know. And we hadn't think Toadfish. Thank you, Toadfish.
Maluna Coolers.
Fish Hippie. Hunk of Junk Holland.
That's right. Turtle Box. And
States Vegas.
Yeah.
Got to name them sponsors. Right. All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. And
we appreciate you. And
maybe next episode we won't go on a tangent.
Doubt it.
I know you want to say something else about Cooter. Go ahead.
Cooter out.
See y'all.